Well, hello! Mwah, mwah, mwah. And welcome to the Magical Mystery School. And thank you so much for coming back. And today we're going to do Symbols of the Tarot, Class 18. And we're going to be doing the star, key 17. And also, please like and subscribe. Now, this key is definitely the calm after the storm. So we've been through the tower. So after the tower, we have been stripped bare down to our bare essentials here. And I do apologize for the little bathing suits and such, but I've seen where other tarot people have said that they've been put in YouTube jail because of nudity. Well, I don't know, they're drawings. But anyway, um, what I back to the cards. What I like in this key too is that feeling after you've done something that you're just exhausted, like after you've moved all day and you wake up the next morning, or maybe you've even had an operation. After the operation you wake up, or taken a trip for, driven or on the plane for 9 hours, and you wake up the next day and you feel very calm. It's like you made it. You got through that situation or that experience. And you feel good. All right. You might feel a little blank, a little fuzzy there, but you feel good. I mean, after this experience, something has shifted inside of you. You feel this sense of relief. You've really done well at this challenging thing, so it's over. You're ready to move on to something better. And you feel calm. And you feel a lot of hope and a lot of inspiration and a lot of peace. And that's what these stars symbolizes, is inspiration and peace. So this is really a card of pat yourself on the back, because a lot of people would take one look at this tarot card or the tower card and they'd go running back to the devil, whether that's a drug, whether that's a person, or whatever. Once they started this, they may have gone, no, not so much. I'm going to pick those chains back up off the ground and put them around my neck and stay where I'm safe and I don't have to worry about some of these things. Safe. That's not the right word, where I feel like I know what's going on. I don't know. Anyway, but as the Fool, you have developed faith in yourself after going through this experience. And you want to share that peace, that calm, that joy with others. You have an open heart. That's the pouring of the water there. And you want to share your good experiences. Now, I also wanted to point out the tarot tableau here. See if I can keep an eye on this of the camera. Now, and I totally forgot to mention last time with the tower, but notice how I didn't even pick this up. Sorry about that. But notice how the Hermit is kind of a gray column, kind of like the tower is. And remember that light shining from his lantern is this lightning bolt. He's up there. He's cool. He's made it to the top of the hill, and he's wanting to show us the light to make our way up the path. And also notice that the High Priestess up here, now she's always symbolizing what's secret, what's kind of under the surface that we're not quite that aware of. So, and notice how all these cards the backgrounds are kind of dark. So that means, yeah, we may not really know kind of what's going on. We're just kind of going through the experience the best we can. Now over here we've got the third stage of spiritual unfoldment. And now above this we've got the Empress, who's Venus, the lesser benefic. And we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is Jupiter, or the greater benefic. And all this good, fun flowing energy is coming down into this star card. So it does, you'll often hear people say, oh, this is my favorite card, and things like that. Okay, so I just wanted to show you that on that tarot tableau. And I do encourage you to do your major arcana like that, and see how it feels to you and just kind of look at it, the big picture of it all. Okay, so I'm going to put you on pause and I'll bring the camera down. We'll look at the star in more detail. Okay, so here we are with the star card. Now, I'm just going to use the Rider-Waite-Smith card or key in this class because the BOTA card is almost identical. So, and I didn't want to paint a swimsuit on my, I work hard at coloring those cards, so I didn't want to mess it up. Anyway, the Hebrew letter for this key is called, and again, I always apologize for my pronunciation. I've heard this pronounced Tazadi, Zadi, Zadi, different ways, but it stands for fish hook. So what is a fish hook? Well, a fish hook is what draws something out of the water. Now our tarot card for fish was key 13, death. Okay, focus. Sorry. All right. So here we're pulling the fish out of the water with our fish hook. And this card also represented Scorpio. So, and remember, whenever we see death, we always think rebirth right alongside of it. Oh, and that's me up there. And death, transformation, reproduction of ideas. So we're pulling ideas, transformation out of the water, out of this cosmic soup, and onto the physical plane. Now, what does a good fisherman do? Now, he's angling. He's always casting over and over, looking for just the right place to set his hook, to find exactly the right fly, the right time of day. And that's exactly what we're doing in this whole metaphysical path that we're on here. We're researching, we're experiencing, we're feeling our way into the unseen. Because remember, we can see a little bit under the surface of the water, but you go very deep and you can't see much more. And we're trying to discover secrets, solve mysteries, and basically figuring out new ways for these new ideas that we've conceived and how to bring them into the physical. And what is one of our tools for doing that? Well, it's meditation. So that's another thing this card stands for. Now, I have a playlist that's only got 3 videos in it about meditation, but I strongly encourage you to check those out because people make meditation this really difficult thing. Well, don't make it hard on yourself. You know, it can be just 5 minutes a day, just looking at your tarot cards. So I've got a lot of ideas on that playlist, and I won't repeat myself here. So go for it. Now, also remember with this Scorpio card, and I will use the Death card from the BOTA deck. Let's see if I can get this on here without messing up the focus. Yay! Okay, so remember in this card, it accentuated a little bit more of that kundalini coming up the spine, the twist in the spine, drawing up that energy from the reproductive center up to your brain. So that's something that can definitely happen during meditation. And it can kind of feel like sexual energy, so just try to keep thinking about it as cosmic energy, and notice how the star is aimed right at the back of her neck here. So that energy does go up and down, up and down. And be aware if you do feel that during that sexual type energy during a meditation, that's totally normal. It's cool. Just try to pull that energy up into your brain. Now, the star represents Aquarius in our, so far so good with focus. And here's our symbol for Aquarius. And again, Aquarius is repeating just in this symbol, as above, so below. It's an exact repetition there. But Aquarius is a fixed air sign. And for the alchemical symbol, it means for dissolution. And let's see how I do here. I may give up on these, but I may keep trying. Okay, so here in our Wheel of Fortune, you can see the Aquarius, or the dissolution symbol. Remember, this wheel represented all alchemical symbols. Um, so, um, so its ancient ruler is Saturn, which we haven't looked at yet. That's key 21, the world. And the modern ruler is Uranus, or the Fool, the zero card. Now, Aquarius also rules the ankles of the body. And because it's fixed air, air is mental activity, fixed is unfixed, it can be a little stubborn, but super intelligent, very intuitive, can really concentrate and get a lot of work done, and in any field loves to do research and find out the answers. Very good with technology, and in a course of what we're studying, very interested in research into the occult studies. Now, the color for Aquarius, or key 17, is violet. And the note, if you want to intone that during meditation, is A sharp or B flat. Now, let's also think about our numerology a little bit here. And we get 1 plus 7 equals 8. So that brings in our strength card. Oh, yay. Yes. I'm yaying for the focus there. And you can see some similarities between these cards, at least an understanding. And remember in key 8 here, she was dominating our animal, our instincts inside of us. So, but notice too, one thing that's so important is how gentle she is about expressing dominion over this king of the jungle, king of the animals, king of the plants. And he's submitting with his tail between his legs very nicely there. And she too is often called the goddess of nature. So remembering again that nature is a really good way to meditate. Go outside, feel the sun on your face, feel the breeze on your skin. Walk barefoot through the grass, all those great things. Now, there is this big yellow star up here, and whenever we see the yellow, we're thinking about cosmic energy. Her hair is also yellow, coming down from the suns and the stars above. It's an 8-pointed star, so we are seeing again the repetition of the 8-spoked wheels in the Wheel of Fortune. So we're seeing that repetition, and we see these white stars here, these 7 white stars. So the white stands for interior stars. So, excuse me, that can be the 7 chakras, the 7 alchemical metals, and even the 7 original planets in astrology. Oh, and I also forgot to show you the Fool has that Wheel of Fortune 10 times, that 8-pointed spoked wheel on his tunic there. Alrighty. Some other things to look at, excuse me, is we see this mountain in the background. We also see the mountain here in the strength card, and we also see that same mountain repeated in the Lover's card. Now, whenever I see this mountain, I always think that the hermit's standing up there with his lantern pointing the way to us, and here's the path, come on. It's, but what it stands for, it's called the Great Work. And I'll save you a little bit of time here. I spent years trying to figure out what was meant by the term the Great Work. Well, we are doing it right now. The Great Work is really all about, expanding your consciousness, lifting your vibration, just simply becoming a better person in general. So that's what the Great Work is all about. Now we'll also see up here in the corner is this little Egyptian scarlet abyss, which is a symbol for the god Thoth, the Egyptian god, which is also Hermes, which is our magician. And notice that this bird has, and it kind of looks like a pink flamingo. Um, if you, it kind of has a fish hook for a bill there, so another reminder of that. And it is a fishing bird. But it's perched up in this tree. And the tree represents our brain. You can even see the bicambrial two sides of the brain there. And then the branches in the trunk are the nervous system to the body. So again, meditation can do so much to help calm your nervous system, but also help you let go of those negative thoughts and habit patterns. And that's what this scarlet abyss meant to the Egyptians, was getting rid of those negative habit patterns. Now, we do have this pool down here, this pool of universal consciousness, or what I kind of like to call the cosmic mind stuff. It's just this swampy, or I shouldn't say swampy, it's just this watery fluid stuff that hasn't been activated. And of course, is she going to come back? No. And that's our high priestess, is that she's the source of all this fluid flowing around us and within us. And she's kneeling on the side on the earth here, and so she's got her knee on the ground here, so she is supporting her physical weight on the physical body. But then she's got this leg out so that it gives her balance, because just think, she'd never be able to hold that position if she didn't have another foot there to balance it on. And notice also the square that's made by her leg. And in geometry, the square is the most solid. It's not going to move easy on you or anything like that. So again, that fixed idea. But that's quite a trick of her putting her foot on the surface of the water. I haven't done that yet, I can guarantee you that. If I ever get to the point where I can walk on water, well, you probably won't see me anymore. But anyway, her foot here on the water. Now, the water also represents emotions and feelings. And I really liked from the Abraham works, she calls your emotions your emotional guidance system. And again, that's such an important thing to remember. If you're having angry feelings or upset feelings or hurt or whatever like that, feelings that don't feel good, pay attention to that. Don't try to stuff them and ignore them and push them away. Just try to use those feelings as, maybe I need to do something different here. Maybe I need to change the way I'm thinking about something. Make that a change, because this pouring of water down into this pool is also telling us about how, we can, from our self-consciousness, we can start to program our subconsciousness. And now you'll hear a lot of people talking about this in terms of affirmations, the law of attraction, the law of assumption, those kinds of things, where you're programming this subconsciousness. And that is very, very possible. Now, again, there's a lot of people out there that might poo-poo affirmations and say, oh, that's just talking to the mirror or something like that. Or but affirmations might work great for you. They may do nothing for the next person. So do the really try these things and see if they do work for you. Do your research. Now the other picture is pouring water just onto the earth here, and I've even seen that read where it's just being, wasted. I was like, no. Now water is always going to flow downhill, so it always will return to this cosmic pool here. But there's actually 5 little streamlets here. So those are referring to the 5 senses. And meditation can help you help your senses become more keen, become more have more emphasis to them. Like for myself, I'm not finding the right word there. For myself, like I've been surprised just in the last year or so. Like I'll hear a door slam, a car door slam, and I'll look around and the car is like 2 blocks away. Or I'll hear some people talking and I'll look around and they're not close to me at all. So I have felt like it has improved my hearing on some levels. So do think about that with your senses too. That meditation can help you with those physical senses too. Okay, so remember, this is the key of the peace and the calm after the storm of the tower. It's the key of meditation. So if you are having difficulties focusing, pull this card out and look at it for 5 minutes a day for a week or 10 days. There is also a theme of research, of trying things, seeing what works for you, because I know how frustrating it can be. Occult teachings only point you in the direction you need to go. They don't say, okay, this is the answer, right? Which is, what? Just tell me. Don't play with me. But that's the way they're occult for a reason. They're esoteric for a reason. And there's a quote by Paul Foster Case in the book The Tarot on his section about the star. And it goes, when you have found the beginning of the way, and I always think of that scriptures, there's many paths, but one way. So once you found the beginning of the way, the star of your soul will show its light. So just really remember to pat yourself on the back right now. You've made it to a certain level here. You've gotten through the tower, you've gotten through the devil, and by this point you already know there's probably no really turning back. You know too much, and you've got all this hope and inspiration to go further. Yes, there's always more bumps in the road, but you've always got the star showing you the way. All right, guys, next time we'll talk about the moon card, and see you later. Bye.